family were involved. I didn't really know what I didn't know what the vibe was around it. So I was like, I don't feel like this is right. There must be some sort of mistake here. The only thing Bob and I really have in common is that, he has a white parent and a black parent, and he's mixed. And so I just felt like, yeah, I don't sing, I don't dance, I don't speak Jamaican patois. As long as I just want to make sure everyone knows.
Yeah, and everybody's on board with that.
Yeah.
Because your Jamaican accent too, Kingsley. Let's talk about that. It's not a matter for you of just listening to a bunch of tapes. That's not what you did here, because you seem to have captured the accent really well.
For me, spending, a year or two listening to Bob, for me, the Jamaican patois was more like a language. It wasn't a dialect. Normally you have one dialect coach on set. We ended up with a language team. It was like 7 or 8 people on set at the same time. There was the commitment to the authenticity of how Bob spoke, not just the Jamaican patois.
And uniquely to Bob.
How Bob spoke Jamaican patois, because Bob traveled and he picked up words from Europe and America. He was born up in the country, but he grew up in Trenchtown. So there was learning the language, but then there was also kind of understanding how Bob spoke. And everyone who knows Bob remembered, Bob talked the way Bob talked.
Yeah.
And like no one talked like Bob. Yeah. Bob talked in his own way. So there was a lot of that. What I did, what I could control was how much I listened to him. And Stella sent me, really early on, Bob's daughter, sent me a file, really. And I opened